Now, the government will have to shelve its plans to import genetically modified foods in the country after the Court of Appeal dismissed an appeal by the Attorney General seeking to challenge an order by the High Court stopping the lifting of the ban on GMO. According to the ruling by 3 appellate judges, the AG's appeal lacked merit and failed the public interest test. The AG had argued that the decision by the High Court was not based on science or scientific evidence and that it interfered with the freedom and rights of Kenyans who want to trade and consume GMOs. Safina Cheng reports.
The plan by the government to import genetically modified foods has suffered a major setback. This is after the Court of Appeal dismissed an appeal by the state seeking to overturn a ruling by the High Court suspending the importation of GMO crops. At the peak of a biting drought, the government in October last year had lifted the ban on GMOs to address the food crisis. This decision was challenged by 2 petitioners, lawyer Paul Mwangi and the Kenya Peasants League, a lobby group representing peasant farmers. In their consolidated petition at the High Court, the petitioners were opposed to the importation, cultivation and consumption of GMOs on grounds that the decision to lift the ban was unlawful and that it did not involve public participation. Additionally, it was their view that GMO products pose a health risk to Kenyans. On 15th December 2022, High Court Judge Mugure Thande extended the ban on GMO foods, stating that the matter was of public interest and that the court was adopting the precautionary principle as it awaits the hearing of evidence of expert witnesses on the effect of the consumption and growth of GMO products on health and environment. On 16th of December 2022, the Attorney General moved to the Court of Appeal to challenge the decision by the High Court, arguing that it interfered with the freedom and rights of Kenyans who want to trade and consume GMO products, and that it ignored structures that are in place to regulate the importation of GMOs, such as the National Biosafety Authority, the Biosafety Act of 2009, and the Biosafety Regulations. The Attorney General had also cited public interest in his appeal, stating that the importation of GMO will assist Kenya to be food secure and self-reliant in food production. The judges, however, were not convinced by the AG's arguments and as such dismissed his appeal on 31st of March 2023. The ruling essentially means that the government will have to put on hold its plans to import and distribute GMO crops and food until a case filed at the High Court is heard and determined. Safin Acheng Oma, Citizen TV.